So I think we're kind of burying the lead here. You were Jean-Claude Van Damme's bodyguard,
Still.
right? And you still are.
Yeah.
So like, okay, what kind
now.
of badass do you have to be Jean-Claude Van Damme's bodyguard? I mean, the only step up is Chuck Norris, right? Tell me about that. I am Adam, the strip mall sensei, here today with two of the most dangerous men in the world. We have Cliff Odette, who is the head of MDS North America. You guys all know him. And also we have the one and only Fred Mastro, where MDS gets its namesake from. How are you doing today, Fred?
Fine, thank you so much for this.
How are you enjoying America?
Yeah, I love America. I love.
Good,
Thank
good.
you so much.
So you started this crazy system called Mastro Defense System. Where do we even begin? Like, how did you start? How did this all start?
Yeah, I started traditional martial art when I was young, like a judo, a little bit karate, some boxing, but I have a special life when I was young, a little bit in the street, and when I was young, many people beat me every day because I was alone, no father, no family, just my mother to help me. And at school, I was not able to defend myself. And one day, when I was 12 or 13 years, I buy one guy. And after this day, I feel the blood. And after this day, I say, nobody hurt me anymore without response.
So you started fighting because you were essentially bullied. So like, how old were you when this was happening?
10, 12 years old, since 14.
Okay.
Yeah, since 14, yeah. And after, when I was 20 years, I started security because I was a little bit in trouble.
He got a reputation.
No.
I was a little bit in trouble when I was young because I make my life alone.
Okay.
And some moment in the street. This is why I can talk about the street. I never put video, I never put comment, because this is my life. This is how I create MDS. And after I start security in my city, because at this moment the bouncer cancelled. And I say, okay, no problem, I can go, it's my city. But I was alone, I was 19 years old, 68 kilo, but it's my town. And I manage all the security alone. It was 600 or 800 people alone, but it's my city. Easy for me to manage this. And after they start to call me for the small event. And when I was 22 years old, one of my friends said, okay, let's go to the big nightclub, 3,000 people. And when I arrived, the guy said, oh, I don't need barman, I need a bouncer. Because he looked at me and said, you want to work in security? I said, yeah, maybe I want to try. And this night, it was a fight.
So wait, but let's back up. So when you went to the club that night, did you have any like real experience in fighting?
Just street fight, because street fights. I have many problems when I was young, many problems.
Okay, so go on. So he says he doesn't want Batman, he wants a bouncer.
Yeah, and after I dedicate my life to protect the people with my experience.
Okay.
He got in a fight that night at the club. They were impressed with what he was able to do, and they offered him a job.
Well, what did that fight look like?
Yeah, you need to know that in Belgium it's empty hand. Uh-huh. No knife, no baton, nothing, just empty hand.
Okay.
One thing actually I want to talk about, so when he talks about his town, right?
Yeah.
Belgium is a very small place. Mm-hmm. Charleroi is, pick any, like Detroit or any city where it's like, there's a rough spot, that's Charleroi. So when he was doing what he did and he was moving around there and getting beat up and getting bullied and getting this stuff, you pick any spot in the United States where we go, oh no, I don't want to go there. That's where he spent all his days. And he drove me around there proud. Check this place out, look at this place over here. I was like, okay, cool.
You come to me to visit Charleroi, you know what I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is the difference. I try all the regular martial arts, but in reality, you need to adapt. Because the martial arts was created so many years ago, so many cycles ago for the violence of this moment. The violence changed.
Yeah.
And we need to adapt about this kind of violence. Don't forget that I'm talking about 20 years ago, 25 years ago. It was more MTN than knife and gun. Like today, the world is changing everywhere.
Yeah.
Belgium, France, USA, the world is changing. At this moment, it was a little bit better because we can fight and we don't have, they don't come to shoot you, they don't come for this kind. Now, every night in Charleroi, shooting, knife attack, every day. This is why I'm talking about the prevention. This is very important. The tactical is more important than the technique today. Okay. You can avoid many situations if you are aware.
Did you do like some martial arts though? Like, did you have a traditional style? You said it was boxing, right? Or
actually, he spent his biggest.
I mean, in the beginning, you know.
Long one, so judo, small stuff, but he actually fell in love with pinchaks a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
So he dedicated a large amount of time to that.
I discovered this because I train all the martial art. It was not so effective in the street because against 1-2 guys, or when I work like a bouncer, when you go inside of the nightclub with the light, no light, with the glass, with the floor, it's completely different.
Yeah.
And many people, they fight together. They don't look if you are bouncer, not bouncer. It's a fight, everybody. And one day, it was Philippe, my first instructor of Penchaxilat. I discovered him. I was 22, 23 years old. I was very good in the street, but these guys beat me in 2 seconds.
Okay.
And I said, wow, this is Penchaxilat. I want to learn this. And he trained me many years. He was one of the best for me in Silat for the street. And after this, I use and I try 19% of the technique when I work, to see what is good, what is not good. And then when I go back to the dojo, I say, okay, I try this one is good, this one is not good.
They kept a notebook. So him and the people he trained with, they kept a notebook. Lost a tooth. They got hit too many times. That one's no good. And they literally just, like, we would keep notes for homework.
Yeah.
His fighting, they would, oh, that one didn't work. Oh, let's what are we going to call this one? This one worked pretty well.
Or sometimes I love this technique, but I try. At the nightclub, it was not effective, and I come back to the dojo. I said, "Do you know this technique? It was good." Yeah, no, it's bullshit. This is not good for the street.
So you were taking Salat and you were like applying it to the real world in the club, and you were basically figuring out what was shit and what was not.
And don't forget also at this moment we don't have agreement by the government. Now we have an agreement. We have a Ministry of Patent agreement. You cannot beat the people now. You need to be a professional. 25 years ago, it was not the same. But after I want to train the police 25 years ago, but they say, Fred, you are crazy. This is not good for the police. It's too strong. It's too dangerous for the police. And this is why I train the other martial art. This is why I was very more open to train also Krav Maga, Kali, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, all the stuff. I love to say use the good technique at the good moment.
Okay.
It's like when we talk about knife. We talk many times about knife. Okay, the first is to run. Yes, I agree 100%. Okay, if you are with your wife and children, you run. If I'm with my client, I'm a VIP protection guys, you run. You are police officer, they call you because knife problem. You run? No, sometimes you need to go. Now I want to learn, I want to teach you the people, the awareness situation, how to go. If you go against knife, how to protect yourself and to protect the people. Okay. But for sure, it's better to run. But sometimes you don't have time to run or you cannot run.
So I'm going to tell you a story about him. So I've known him for a long time now. And when I first met him, he wasn't as evolved as he's right now.
Yeah, that's what
So much. I heard him call Krav Maga.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
And I was like, Fred, you can't say that. He's like, no. But in the time that I've known him and watched the evolution of Fred take place, yeah, I'm very impressed. Because when it first happened, we had many arguments about this.
Okay.
And I said, you can't do that. He's like, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. So we would do the stuff, but then over time, I watched him look and I watched him study the moves, and then he would disappear and he'd play with them and then he'd come back. Okay, this is good. And so it was watching Fred change because when I first met him, he had a very hard line. And a funny story he told me about that he's not saying, he was dedicated pinch slot. And then one day at a club, he kicked somebody in the nuts really quick, boom!
On the ground.
And they didn't do anything. He went, boom!
And he said to me, you kick me on the balls like a woman. I said, wow, like a woman. What?
So that started his evolution.
He punched me back.
Yeah, that started his evolution because he thought, when you study pen track, he's like, this is... But then over time, he realized there's no single answer. And then over the time, every single time Fred has taken a loss, or it's not been a loss, it's been a moment where he has actually evolved and learned more. So one of the big beats he took, it was your MMA fight.
Hey, if you're enjoying this interview, go and learn the Mastro Defense System by going to mdsnorthamerica.com. On there, there's a bunch of videos of Cliff teaching the Mastro Defense System. The best part is if you use my code, StripMallSensei, you get the first month for free to see if you like it. After that, it's just $20. Check it out, mdsnorthamerica.com. Thanks for sponsoring the video.
When we talk about Krav Maga, it's just because 25 years ago again, 20 years again in Belgium and France, in Europe, it was the fight between Penchak Silat and Krav Maga.
Yeah.
This is very important. And one day, I meet the number one of Krav Maga in Belgium. Now I can talk about this, I don't give name. And we make a demo, festival of martial art. And we were on the vestry, and his master was in fight with my master.
Okay.
And I go to him and I say, okay, hello, I'm Fred Mastro. I'm not in war with you, my master, your master. This is the story of our master, but I respect you. And he looked at me, say, what you are talking, why you talk with me? I said, just say hello, just to present with respect. And he said, Krav Maga is not Penchak Silat, Krav Maga, blah, 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 blah. And I smash him on the face, boom. And it was 2 minutes, the fight was finished. And I say, oh, this is Krav Maga? You talk a lot, you go with a Kalashnikov, we go with this, but first try to avoid just a smash. And this is why 25 years I talk bad about Krav Maga, because the image. And after this, I'm talking about evolution of self-defense. If you want the strategy, Krav Maga is the best. This is very important for the strategy. If
He
you
got
want to learn
exposed
speed,
to really good Krav Maga, not just but good Krav around the world. So because of his travels, he's actually met people that are really good Krav practitioners, but they're true Krav practitioners. I don't just say, I'm Krav Maga, because there's so many people, just like every other style, they say they're Krav Maga, but what they do is they took a Krav Maga class in a BJJ gym, or they took a Krav Maga class at a dojo that did something else because they wanted to bump their numbers. There are so many people that Krav Maga has got a bad name, just like most martial arts. But what I've seen with him in the evolution, and this is where I've been chasing as well because of him, is I keep an open mind and I listen to people, I see what the move is, and I try to find something good about the move because this is what he's taught me.
Yeah. Yeah.
this is why my academy is Mastro Academy Open Mind Center.
And that's what the red triangle is. It's open for an open mind, right?
Open mind.
Yeah.
Open mind. Because all the martial arts have the closed triangle. Me, I just open, just to open mind. And now I work and I train and I teach, and I'm always a student every day. You know, I'm a student of wrestling, I'm a student of boxing, I'm a student of BJJ. I'm always student, but I respect all the style and I take what is good for me, for us, and for MDS. This is why I leave Penchak Silat. It's for respect, because Penchak Silat is a hard. Mastro Defense System, it's all together. All together. Use the good technique at the good moment, depending the situation, depending on many people, if you are working or not working, if you are in private, if you are with your family. We need to think about this. If I'm alone with my fiancé or my children, I finish you as soon as possible.
Okay.
And bad. If we are with Cliff, we can smile. We have time against 2 or 3 or 5 people.
It's different.
Yeah,
It's more of a relaxing adventure.
Got it. So I think we're kind of burying the lead here. Like, you, at least for a period of time, were Jean-Claude Van Damme's bodyguard,
Still.
right? And you still are.
Yeah.
So like,
For the
okay,
big event
what kind
now.
of badass do you have to be Jean-Claude Van Damme's bodyguard? I mean, the only step up is Chuck Norris, right? Tell me about that. How did you become Jean-Claude Van Damme's bodyguard? What is it like? You know, people want to know.
Okay, I try to explain it a bit. It was 15 years ago. It was a festival of Cannes in France. And I have a problem with someone of his family. I can tell someone of his family misrespect to my cousin. And these people have a problem with me.
Okay.
But I don't know that it was the family of GCVD. And he come back with his manager, another guys, and 3 bodyguards to talk with me.
Okay. So wait, let me back up. So you had a problem with one of Jean-Claude Van Damme's family members.
Yes.
And they brought the bodyguards over to you to talk to you.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Nothing.
They gave you a job? I mean, what?
Yeah, nothing because they know me. One of the bodyguards know me. And I said at the beginning, only 3 people. No gun, only 3. It's better if you stay in the car. And they stay in the car. And we talk with him. Very cool. He asked me many times who I am. I said, I'm nobody. I'm nobody. But nobody misrespect to me or my family. Nobody in the world.
Okay.
And after he called me for some training, he saw the reality. And after this, he asked me again my name. I say, I'm nobody. And 3 months after, his manager called me. And we start to work. And I start to make some movie for him, some fight choreography. And we became very close. And we have many stories I cannot explain, but we have many funny stories around the world together.
Things are very different in Europe, Cliff. Like,
The thing is,
I don't understand.
he has a reputation that you go around Belgium as a whole. He's very well known for being a nobody.
A nobody.
However you want to put that, he has a reputation that follows him. That people will talk, and all of a sudden they see it's him, and they go, "Oh, hey, Fred."
Yeah, it's different than internet, you know. Internet, you can fight all the day. In internet, you can put bad comment on me too, but look all my seminar. Did you see someone come to my seminar? Because if you want to see if my system is good, we need to go to the parking, not to the dojo.
He has a standing thing that if you disagree with anything, come for free, try it out, but no one's ever taken us up on it.
Maybe you can ask to my brother Doug Marcaida. He saw some.
Oh
yeah.
He saw some stuff, you know.
yeah,
He saw some stuff.
yeah.
To my dojo.
Well, okay, hold on. That's we're getting
There's
deeper
so
and
many
deeper.
stories. Yes.
So I mean, all right. Okay, let's put a pin in.
The people don't understand that the street, you don't create the fight. If you go to boxing, if you go to MMA, you analyze your opponent, and you have time to create your fight. You have 2, 3, 5 rounds, 10 rounds. In the street, you don't have this. In the street, you need to be vicious. If you want to fight with me, maybe I check your hands and I say, I'm sorry, but be careful about my head, about my punch, about my elbow. Be careful. But I can say, I'm sorry, I don't want to fight. This is the street. In the street, you need to be vicious, not to be the stronger.
Okay. Well, okay. So hold on. Let's go back to Jean-Claude Van Damme. So, in some crazy way, you get connected with him. Do you have any good Jean-Claude Van Damme story that you could tell the world that they would be interested in? Anything funny? Anything crazy happened protecting Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah, I have some fights also. One of the fight was in Turkey. I remember.
Okay.
He drink a little bit and I have problem with people. And he said, if you fight my bodyguard, I fight too. But he was a little bit tired. This night I make the job alone. Yeah.
So do like
Or sometimes we go to another country,
Yeah.
and I have some special force guys. They protect another client.
Yeah.
And always they look at me. Okay, look, my bodyguard. If you want to fight, I said, Jean-Claude, shut up, shut up. What are you
a lot
talking?
of fights and get friends in a lot of fights.
So Jean-Claude is the one picking the fight. See, because I was wondering, is it people just want to fight Jean-Claude Van Damme, or Jean-Claude Van Damme's like, no, we're going to fight and you're going to fight Fred?
My guy.
Yeah, it's a good guys. It's a very good guys. But it don't go back. Be careful. It don't go back.
The weird thing is, they're actually truly friends. So
Yeah.
I was sitting at Fred's house, and all of a sudden the phone, he's like, oh, hey. So he sits down, and all of a sudden he hands me the phone with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Starts talking to me like we know each other.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do this. We explain movies, and I was like, here you go, Fred. Then I handed it back to him. But it's when Fred says he knows somebody, they called him, hey, how's it going? So
Yeah.
it is the weirdest sensation that you're walking down the street and people that are real famous are stopping and telling everybody, hey, come meet Fred.
Yeah.
Really, like, these are well-known world people that, oh, come meet my friend Fred. It's the weirdest sensation.
One of the good story I can explain. It was 10 years ago. He called me. He said, "Fred, take a team. Let's go immediately to England because my daughter. I can find my daughter. I call my daughter. She have a movie in England. Impossible. Come on. I call some of my guys in France, in Corsica. We meet in Brussels. We take a train. We go to England. We go 2 days with the car, and we go to the wood. And his daughter was filming. This is why she don't have his phone. And we go inside the house. I go inside the house.
It almost became a remake of Taken.
Exactly. Yeah, some story, funny moment is 15 years, more than 15 years now.
Yeah.
Now we are very close. We are friends.
He changed actually the industry. So back before Fred, people would say, I want to be your bodyguard. With famous people, they would do it for free. They would bodyguard, put their life at risk for
Every day.
stars for free.
Yeah, every day.
And Fred goes, I want this. Oh, what? But they paid him. So he changed the way Europe looks at bodyguards for elite and movie stars and things like that, because people were doing it for free for status.
Yeah. In France, on Cannes Festival, it's very famous. You know, Cannes Festival, 90% of the people, they were for free.
Really?
For free, yeah, it's incredible. Or they were for $50, $100 per day.
So you're saying he changed the industry because, like, the status.
He said, I want this much money. Yeah. They said,
So you
okay.
Because my job is to protect you, and maybe I give you my life.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to give my life. This is my job.
Yeah.
For free.
Yeah. No, of course not.
It's just incredible. For sure, sometimes with the CBD, we have some meeting, some small thing. He don't pay me because we are friends or we are close.
Yeah.
But all the big event and all of this, all the movie, no. But many people, when I'm with him, many people, they come to give the business card. Please take my business card. I can work for you for free every day. Right now, also every day.
Yeah.
Every day. But he's very famous outside. All around the world, it's very famous and many people love him. And it's a good guys and funny guys. And very funny. It's crazy, crazy funny guys.
So you actually went on to do choreography for some of his movies, right?
Yeah.
So, like, how does that work? Like, do you guys do like a pre-visualization and then you bring it to Jean-Claude and you're like, what do you think of this? Like, how do you...
prepare. No, he said to me, okay, this is the place, this is the fight, 1, 2 people, and that's it. And I create all. And after this, I present for the production. They said me yes or not. And after this, I'll start to train Jean-Claude or the stunt guys or the other actor. But I create all. It's my decision.
Okay.
But I work with the producer, not the actor.
Okay.
I don't. Is the producer.
So you would you consider yourself sort of an artist when it comes to this? Like, you've got the Fred Mastro way of choreography
Yeah, depending on the
Blocking.
situation, because when we do 6 bullets with him, we work a lot with knife.
Okay.
This is very important, and he want to put all his kick, and I say, no, If you are special force, military force, and you are with knife, it's very to kill the guy as soon as possible, like in Tekken. Not to fight like a blood sport.
Yeah.
Blood sport, it's a whole story.
Yeah.
Now it's finished this. And I need to adapt, but he's very, very dedicated to knife. He love knife. He love knife. And yeah, we work a lot. But I don't talk so much about my VIP protection. First time, one of the first time with you. Yeah.
Oh, okay, really?
I work for more than 300 people.
Okay.
Star in my life.
300
300
stars.
people.
He keeps that pretty quiet. The VIP stuff with those clients, that clientele base, it's a kind of a hush-hush world. They don't really talk too much about it. You'll see pictures they pose with them, but what goes on and what they actually do and what entails what their job is, most guys don't actually talk about it too much.
Okay.
This is why I have some haters, because they see only my video for martial art, but they don't understand or they don't find all the work in the back. How many years? Okay, I do martial arts. It's maximum 50% of my job. The other 50%, I train special force, I train anti-terrorism group, I train the bodyguard of many presidents in the world. But I don't put this on internet. This is my job to help the people. I'm dedicated about this, but I don't make publicity for this. I don't want. This is my private part.
Okay. Yeah.
This is a small story. When we were in New York, we were doing a thing, and all of a sudden, he goes, "Hey, come here." It was the person that was running Canada at the time. His private bodyguards came for some lessons from Fred during a seminar. So we had two seminars going on. We had the back with these guys that we were getting beat up, and Fred was like, "Okay, do this." And then he had the other seminar going on, and these guys are back here, and it was just, it's like surreal.
Yeah.
Like you had, he's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's okay. Just shh." Okay, screw it. Let's go. That's like being around Fred. That happens. Okay. It happens too often.
I like to be a chameleon, to change, you know.
Yeah.
I can smile, and I can switch in half a second. This is the most important. I don't need to warm up. I don't need to run 10 minutes before the fight. It's like we don't need this. This is different between martial art and self-defense. We need to train self-defense, martial art, and MMA boxing. This is 3 categories, but you need to work all and use the good technique at the good moment.
Okay.
Just to think about the evolution. What is the boxing position so many years ago?
Yeah.
And now?
Yeah.
Here. Why? Because here you have many punch on your face.
Yeah.
Here is much better. This is evolution. And so martial art is the evolution is for me in the bad way. If you look now, Olympic game. You know, Olympic game now. It's more than sport. It's only sport. It's to have point. What it mean? Martial art.
Yeah.
What it mean? Martial. What is martial? War.
Yeah.
Martial art. Now is for me fitness art. More than martial art. Yeah,
There's the old Fred.
That's the old Fred.
Yeah, they do
Krav
many.
Maga.
Yeah.
No,
He tell me a lot.
we joke about it now. And the thing is, honestly, I've watched Fred evolve from.
But you were right. It's my fault. You were right at this moment. This is again evolution.
But again, this is for saying somebody at his level, say you're right to somebody like me who's truly a nobody.
Yeah.
That speaks volumes.
Okay. It's a good feeling, I bet.
Fucking awesome. Oh, I'm not supposed to cuss.
And he teach me very good move too. Wrestling guys, it's incredible MDS instructor and incredible wrestler guys.
We're good friends.
And it's important to work together.
Yeah.
I'm not the best. I try to do my best. This is different. But I'm dedicated to survive in any situation.
Okay.
In any situation. I'm ready. This is my life. I'm ready any situation. We smile. I can smile. I can fight and smile. If I stop to smile, you remember in Baltimore too, a big fight. We are a big group. How many people stay?
We're at the club.
Me.
We're at the club, and all of a sudden, these two groups fire off, and all of a sudden, there's like 20 of MDS people, and they circle like a bunch of wolves, while these two groups are squaring off. And I go, hey, Fred, give me a second. I walk right in the middle. Hey, guys, want to give you a quick second. You probably don't want to do this tonight. You just picked the wrong place. Can we just call it a night? And Fred's like just sitting there, and they were all wanting to tee off. These were two, and they look around, there was their group, then the bouncers, and then we were around the bouncers. It was just the wrong place, wrong time. And I'm in the middle, and they're like, and finally, you, Lee, and Brian, they grabbed me, and I said, well, good luck, guys. And I backed up, and then all of a sudden you see them all turn around and look, and you see all of our faces there, and we're just looking at them, and they just went, we'll see you later, and they wandered off.
But all the Wolfpack was ready. Was ready. This is at this moment we talk about fight. We don't talk about match. We talk about fight.
Yeah.
Bottle, glass, all. My job is to help you to survive and to go back home. My job is to help you to avoid the fight.
Yeah.
First, you need to avoid, because now they stab you for free, they shoot you for free, the world is changing.
Yeah.
And I want to explain to the people that you need to avoid. As much as possible, you need to avoid. If you want to go to fight, because if you see many MMA guys, how many champions? How many million people they train, but they don't become a champion? It's just on internet. I want to help all the people that are in the street every day. This is what I'm dedicated, but I'm a big fan of MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I train and I teach many UFC guys too. We don't tell name, but
We have a few very, very high level UFC guys that have sought Fred out in different countries to train with him privately, and they're very dedicated.
See, that's something you guys should talk about more, because, like, you know, the criticism I see a lot on, like, say, your Funk or Tactical videos is people are always saying, like, well, it helps when you have a compliant partner, and, like, they, you know, in some of my research I was doing, like, there's a whole Reddit thread called Bullshido, and they were calling you out. They think what you do is Bullshido. And the fact that you're actually training some UFC guys, I think, should mean something.
Not some of the top.
Well, yeah,
Actually,
and you're not allowed to say
the
who.
most important is the reality. Is the people that I teach, is the people that call me. It's not internet anymore.
Yeah.
Some years ago now, my fiance helped me a lot to stay calm. Because he know me. You know many people, when I go to your home and I say, okay, go outside, you know me. This is the reality. Or I said, okay, I have a seminar in this place, you just come.
Free, and my guest.
Yeah.
Come on.
You make your job. My job is to defend myself, is not to go in the cage. I have an MMA fight 20 years ago, we talk about this, but my job is to avoid the fight. But if you want to see if I'm a bullshit, you come, you punch me, and after you can make a video. And after you can talk. But now, the new world, the people, they love to talk before.
Yeah.
See, that's like with my videos where I told you, you're not going to get famous.
Yeah.
You can come in.
Well, and that, yeah.
We'll fight. Whoever happens to be the winner at the end can talk all the shit they want.
Yeah.
But we'll be respectful. Then you'll leave. Yeah, it's not to make you famous. It's just to see where you measure.
One of my best haters in France, I don't tell his name. Now it's so many years, he talks shit about me. And I send my private phone. I said, okay, I don't like to talk on internet. This is my phone. You call me. We meet in the parking. You make your job. I make mine, and that's it. Maybe I lose. I'm not the best. Maybe I lose, but trust me. After this, you respect me.
Yeah.
Because if I lose, it's not so much easy. If you beat me, no problem. Maybe I'm not the best. He said to me, okay, I send you a contract. A contract. I don't want to marry you. What you want the contract? Yeah, for the injury, for the insurance. I don't understand these people. I don't understand.
This is real. They do it all the time to him. Or they're like, okay, we're going to... Yeah, no, he gets it all the time because he has a standing invitation.
Or I call the people, I say, okay, I respect you. If you want to see, you come, you attack me. Because my job, look, Mastro Defense System. It's not Mastro Fighting System. It's not Mastro Combat System. It's defense. Defense is you come, you attack me, and you will see what's happened.
Okay.
And you will see what's happened. And the problem when I call some people, after this, when it's a real phone call, it's a little bit different. Because I call, okay, you like to put this, okay, we meet, we talk, like you want, and after this, we make a new video. I said, okay, when I come, I need protection, you want MMA fight, you want this, It's not a contract. You come, and we see.
Yeah.
And we see. This is the reality. Because, like we saw in UFC, they said, yeah, but we are not available in the cage. Okay, but me every day, I don't need steroid, I don't need cocaine, I don't need nothing to have my balls in a good place, you know? It's every day. They are ready every day, every moment.
Yeah, you definitely are, from what I know about you and what Cliff has told me, you definitely are a guy who just lives and breathes fighting, loves to fight. He told me you like to drive around Belgium and look for fights. Can we talk about that a little bit? Because he was telling me the story in the last podcast.
Me and John.
Not now. Yeah, last year. Sorry, I'm sorry, but now
he's maturing. But he was showing off his talent and he wanted to. But yeah, I've never been so humbled as to drive through the town, and he had no fear, none. It was awesome.
Yeah, I want to be clear. I don't go to attack people or fight. I'm talking about bad guys. Huh?
He was trying to find drug dealers, and he was trying to find people that were trying to take advantage of people because he knows his town really well. So we were going to all the worst spots, and he was like, no, okay, no. And we were driving, and thank God we didn't find anybody.
I don't like when the people attack people for free, and they attack people not strong, you know? This is why, or if I saw someone are beating a man or a woman, for sure, I stop my car, you know what I mean?
That's why we were doing it, because he wanted to see if we could find, because his town is so violent, he was pretty sure we could find something bad happening that we could stop.
Yeah.
And that's what but again, it's the idea that you're like, when you first hear it, you're like, yes, and then you went, wait a second, something's really gonna happen. And thankfully, it was a very calm night. There was nothing happening, no crimes going, so we had to give up the chase and we went back home. But the fact that...
And again, it's just to help the people or maybe to save the people, not to attack the people, for sure.
But I can honestly say, because his gym is there, because the town is doing, and there's more people training MDS, I don't feel like when I first started going to Charleroi, yeah, it was one of those moments. But now, maybe it's because I trained so much, but it doesn't seem as sketchy.
So Cliff, how did it get to the point where you are the head of MDS North America?
People find each other.
Okay.
It's you quickly, in this world, you quickly find out if someone's full of shit. So, yeah, it's that simple. There's a lot of people who talk, there's a lot of people who do stuff. Very few people who are willing to just do it. So, yeah, I didn't want the job. He convinced me I had to take the job. So we're friends, and that's why we're here.
Well, let's expand on that a little bit.
Yeah, because I like the people like Cliff, because he don't talk, but he make his job. This is what I like. If I need to go to the bad place, I know that he watch my back. And he don't need to put comment, he don't need to read paper, he don't need to sign the contract. He know the reality, and I know that he assume if we have a problem, this is most important, and he's respectful. And very high level in all the style, boxing, Krav Maga, wrestling. This is very important to have someone who knows the job, who know the reality. And now, because he come from Krav Maga, and I was coming from Penchaxilat again, when we meet the first time, it's like two wolves, okay? When two wolves meet, they have two solutions. Or they fight together and one died, or they go to hunt together.
Okay.
And this is why I train alpha. I don't train sheep.
Yeah.
I want all alpha. I don't want to be a master. I don't like this. For me, it's Fred. You know me. It's Fred. I'm a simple guy. Because the real life is not in the dojo. The real life is not an internet. The real life is every day with your family, with your wife, with your children. I need to enjoy the life. When you have a bad beginning of life, you have more value about the life. This is very important. Many martial arts, many masters, they never fight in the street. But this is my life.
Yeah.
This is my life.
One thing I can say about his style of teaching, and for any of your listeners out there, when you find a teacher that is willing to walk beside you, and then eventually you walk in front of them, their job is to make you better.
Mm-hmm.
That's the teacher you want.
Okay.
My job is to help you to beat me, not to stay the boss. My job, if one day, or if I go grappling and you beat me, is because my teaching is good. And now you became better. And my job is to push my student like children. If you are a father, what is your goal? What is your job?
Yeah.
Is to help your children to grow.
Yeah.
This is for me the same, because my first master, this is the problem in Silat. When I became very famous, he stopped me. Many master, I think you can tell, 19%, 99% of master, when you became famous, they say, oh, stay in the back. My job is to push you close to me, and when you are ready, is to push you in front of me. This is my job. Now I'm 53 in a few months, and my job is to help you to become better and better than me. And if you are better than me, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Many master, I don't like this term, but many masters, they don't like this. They want to be a master.
Yeah.
I'm not a master, and I'm not fun about nobody, any style. I'm just fun about my children. That's it.
Well, I guess what I want to ask is, okay, so you're from Belgium, you're from Europe. Things can be very rough over there. Obviously, MDS is a very rough system. Come on, it is. Like your training, your warm-ups are bruising each other's arms, you know. I guess my question for you is, and Cliff, you're not allowed to answer this. What do you think of MDS North America? Are the Americans softer than the Europeans? What are your thoughts on that?
No,
you don't think so?
No, because we have the deadline, and this is why we follow the deadline.
Yeah.
To have a strong warm-up, this is very important, conditioning. You know why? The street is painful.
Yeah, okay.
The street is painful. And it's better to have all the hits and to know your body. Because when I teach champion of boxing, okay, they are very good to receive punch on the face. But all the rest of the body, just you touch, and it's painful.
Yeah.
If you go against the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys, I'm a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I'm a big fan of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but they know only the pain of their martial art. They don't know the other pain when you are in the street. He don't tell you, oh, I give you pain on the elbow, I give you pain on your chin. No. This is why I want to be strong to the dojo, because when you are outside, maybe it's much easier to receive the hit. This is very important. This is why we go very strong. And no, the US, this is why the guys like him, we want the strong part. This is very important. You can go to bodybuilding, you can go to steroid, but it's better to be strong with the body. Look, I know I'm not big.
We're twins.
I'm discreet, you know, we are kids, I'm discreet. But again, just to enjoy the life and just to respect all the people, just to respect all the martial art. And I love to say, make your job when it's the moment. Many people, they talk, but when it's the moment. One of my most bad fight is 3-4 people, they beat me 5 minutes. One was my arm, another arm, and they beat me 25 years ago. And I was with 2 of my friends, street fighter, and 1 week before they say, oh Fred, I would like to fight with you against guys because you are good in the street. Okay, 1 week after, 5 guys come to me. I was with these 2 guys, they run. And I stay alone. And they beat me 10 minutes, but every time they say, stay on the floor. I say, no. I go up, bam, 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 bam. I go down, I go up. Stay on the floor. No, never.
Oh, that's what happened in the Malik
Never.
fight. You kept getting back up. You referred to that in our last interview as your epiphany moment.
For him, yeah.
Yeah.
He realized what he needed, where his shortcomings were, and that's where he took up BJJ, and that started his whole looking at the ground differently. Before that, he didn't do the ground. He did
Nothing, nothing. Just seal it. And again, like I love to say, we don't have bad student, only bad teacher. Because at this moment, my master of Penchak Silat, at this moment, say Penchak Silat is the best. We don't need grand fight. We don't need BJJ. We can beat everywhere, anytime, everybody.
run from that instructor.
Yeah.
And after, we need to know about this story. Because I smile, because I tell you 5 or 6 years ago.
I know the whole story, but I didn't tell the whole story because it's your story.
Yeah,
So I
can explain.
just gave
because
like,
I saw Malik. Now we are friends. 5 or 6 years ago, I said, okay, let's go for number 2.
Yeah.
He said, no, you are crazy. At this moment, I know you don't do boxing, you don't do grappling, you don't do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It was much easy for me. And I fight you 10 minutes and you don't sleep, he said to me. And you want me to fight now? I know you are black belt now in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and you do boxing. Yeah, let's go for number 2. But he don't want. He don't want. Because I'm not MMA guys, I don't want. But for sure, if we go now, for sure the story will be different. But the most important about this story is because at this moment I was the responsible of 10 nightclubs in Belgium. 11 nightclubs. I was the boss of the security. And these guys come to
racketeering. So mob stuff.
Okay.
So they wanted money.
How much can we go into that?
So some nightclub, and I was not there. And I called him Sunday. I said, okay, tomorrow I'm in Brussels. Can you come to my dojo? You come inside. He was 60 kilo difference, huh? And he was very famous in Brussels. He's a very, very, very dangerous guy. He go to jail every month. It's very dangerous. And I said, okay, come to my dojo. You and me on the dojo, just one guy with the camera, and the winner go back with the camera. But they come 20 people, they want to shoot me. It was a very bad situation, but I survived. And after 1 month, one guy organized a big boxing event, an MMA event. And I said to him, okay, let's go. I want to fight.
Fred? Started out Vale Tudo.
Yeah.
Vale
but
Tudo.
he said, Fred, you? What? You are not MMA guy? Yeah, but I want to sign in Vale Tudo. Vale Tudo, no rules, no referee, elbow, headbutt, kick on the face, street fight. Bite, eyes, all. Vale Tudo, the real Vale Tudo. He said, okay, which the guys? I said, oh, this is Malik, 60 kilo different. He said, Fred, you are crazy. No, in Vale Tudo, no problem, let's go. Poster, me and him, blah, 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 blah. And 2 weeks before the fight, the police called me. And we go with my manager, Malik with his manager, and we go to the police. I say, what do we want? And the police said, oh, we are in Belgium. No headbutt, no elbow, no ice gouging, nothing. I said, what? Just kickboxing and on the ground, grappling, no hit. And I was there, I said, oh, and Malik saw me, said, hey, now it's different. I say, yeah, but now it's too late. Let's go to see in 2 weeks. Make your job, and I make mine. But I never do grappling, I never do boxing, nothing. I explain to the people for when you see this fight, I'm not talking the best, I'm talking about the warrior spirit, warrior mindset. Many times I was there and I'm thinking, why I'm not in my sofa with my cola and to look the TV? Why I'm here? And sometimes I see the star, and one of the video, he give me many knee on my face, and he say, okay. I said, no, more. It's not finished. And we make 10 minutes. 10 minutes without knowledge, without nothing. But after this, he come to the vestry, and in my home, I have his trophy. Because he come to the vestry, he say, Fred, I don't understand. Normally, in 1 minute, I beat you in this. Why you survive? In one time, you have the Americana, and I have the video of my team on the corner, and you hear Americana.
Yeah.
And my corner said, Fred, 20 seconds after the first one, 20 seconds. And I don't tap. He come to the vestiaire, he said, Fred, I have the Americana. Yes, but I hear that I'm breaking your arm. Yes, but I have another one. He said, are you crazy? I said, okay, remember this about me. Maybe I'm crazy. Mm-hmm. This is the most important. After this fight, we became a very, very close friend. After this fight, very close friend. After this, he protect all my space for free.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, all those people that talk trash online about Malik, but they don't realize that him and Malik now are friends because of the amount of respect that Fred earned for not going down, not quitting, not doing that stuff. I mean, we're talking.
The guy had 100 pounds on you.
Over 100
pounds.
Over 100 pounds. He was also an MMA fighter, and he had grappling experience. Fred had none of that stuff.
Yeah.
Fred stayed there the entire time. Fred got worked over, but Fred didn't quit.
Right.
And now they're actually good friends. Mm-hmm. But it all started, they made it sound like it was a match because it was a match. No, it all started for something, we'll call it different.
Yeah.
It was extortion and stuff like that took place. We don't know the exacts because time lost all those details. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
After this, all his team respect me and respect all the nightclub that I protect.
Yeah.
And they come like a VIP and we drink together. And now we are very close with all his team.
Right.
Because they know the reality. Because I can explain now if you want to see the story. But the fight was Saturday. And he break just one of my teeth because first time for me, I don't put protection. Yeah,
because no experience with it.
Yeah, impossible to breathe.
Yeah.
They put me this, and after beginning, the referee saw, okay, I go to my corner and I say, give me your hand, and I do this, and I go for the fight, and you see the picture. I'm like this, but no protection.
Yeah.
He break just one of my teeth. Yeah, it's not. This is Saturday. Sunday, the doctor come to my home, Marco, with all the material. He said, okay, no, I don't need. Okay, let's go back home. I don't need. I'm okay. I was like this. I was open here, like this. But it was okay. And after Monday, I start to see on internet, because I'm not a big fan of internet at this moment. I don't have a Facebook. And all the people, yeah, the master of Penchak Silat was beating Fred Mastro. It was ridiculous, blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking that he talk shit about me. Tuesday, 3 days after my fight. Now we can explain because many people was there. Frank Bells, my professor of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, he's a police officer, was there because he trained the same dojo than Malik. Mm-hmm. And Tuesday, I call my friend. I say, can you come to pick up me? Yeah. Where do you go? Let's go to Brussels Malik dojo. We go 3 days after. I go inside the dojo in front of all the people. Frank Bells is master of the people. And I say, Malik, come outside. Why? You talk shit about me. Saturday, you don't beat me, you win at the decision in your style. Now, we go in the parking, just you and me, and now you try my style. In front of all the people. Frank Bells, my professor, was there. Yeah, he's not alone. This is the real story I don't like. It's the first time I explained this on interview. I said, now, I go in your style, now you come in my style. Let's go outside. For sure, I was ready outside, but he take the good decision at this moment. He take the good decision. But this is the story about this fight.
Yeah.
And but I'm not MMA guys. If you want to see if MDS is real, come for the reality. And the reality is not in the dojo.
Well, I'd say, he's told this story plenty of times. This is the last time we're going to, because again, you don't need to explain it no more. Anyone that still thinks that Malik can do that, fine. We don't need to talk about that. Anyone who's welcome to try any school. We have MDS schools all over the world. If you think MDS is foolish or silly, any one of us will stand up, not just him.
Yeah.
I mean, is there ever a future where you do another MMA fight or anything? Or I mean,
no. MMA, I'm not ready, and it's another thing.
I mean, it is a young man's game, and I mean that, like, I'm 38. I don't think I would get into MMA right now if I wanted to.
This is why now many champions of MMA, they come to me. Mm-hmm. Because now they are a little bit older, and now they know the reality and the street reality, and the reality is different in the street. This is why I teach many MMA fighter, many MMA. But for sure, some is in private because they don't want to see that they train another style or something like that, but I have all the picture. But the most important that they realize that you need to work all the style. MMA is good for this situation and this moment, and you prepare the fight.
Mm-hmm. Well, here, we're going to extend you an invitation.
I'm not talking about MMA, MDS is better. No, it's, you need to prepare. I don't need this. If we have a fight now, we go outside and we fight.
Right.
I'm not talking about who win.
Yeah.
I'm talking about to go and make your job best as possible. Mm-hmm. Sometimes.
Well, like I say, you've seen me at seminars. Well, here we're going to extend an invitation to next weekend. He'll be teaching for 2 days. Mm-hmm. Come, see how he works through the clouds, see how many people come from different styles, different stuff, to see what he actually does and see how he reacts to people. You can ask him a whole bunch of questions while he's there. Ask people what they think. That way you can get a true, and that way your audience can see truly what he's capable of and actually the man he is.
Yeah.
You need to know, it's like a restaurant. If you go to the restaurant, why you talk about this plate? You can talk about after to try. And after you can say, okay, it's good or it's not good.
Yeah.
Not just because you see the menu. MDS is the same. Come, try, and after we can talk. And after, or some months ago, a champion of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu also, my fiancée was there. She record all. He talk about me again on internet, and I call him. 3 months ago, she record. I say, okay, stop to talk. Come to my dojo in the journey, not in the night. In the night, all my student, too much testimony, too much. Come in the journey, you and me in the dojo, my fiancé film, and after this, you talk again. He said, okay, no problem, I come next month. Why next month? Now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm not ready, I need this. Right now, I'm waiting you. Come, and please, after this, you can talk. Maybe you talk that I'm bullshit. Maybe. Not sure, but maybe. But for this, come, we make our job, and after, you can talk again in internet. And now, it's stop to talk.
Right.
It's talk to talk shit about me. It's ridiculous because this is the new world, you know, the keyboard.
He's actually helped me with it. So in our videos and stuff like that, actually, he's told me and actually coached me because I'm more like you, and I'm like, oh, what up? And the first time I said, oh, I know where he's at. I'm gonna go to his house. And he's like, you can't do that. I was like, no, I'm just gonna go say hi. He's like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, because sometimes for the people like me or like Cliff, or we have a good team, or my instructor is very good, okay? We are dedicated to help the people, we train, we respect everybody, and look that 99% of the hater, they don't train, huh? Don't forget this, huh? 99%.
They just like to talk, man.
They just like to talk, you know?
But yeah, I want to actually thank you for that, because yeah, you actually caused me to grow, because people are gonna hate no matter what you do.
Yeah.
And I look at our videos, I look at our journey.
Yeah.
It's been a fun time. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. That's why I kind of want Fred to see and where he goes. Because again, I want people to know who Fred is, because so many people only saw one side because it was one side telling the story. There's a reason I stand beside him. It's been a fucking hell of a time.
They know me. I love to joke every day. I love to joke. I love the life. I love to enjoy the life. Because they tried to kill me many times in my life. They stabbed me, they shoot
always
me.
Takes it serious.
See, that's the thing, like, we've barely scratched the surface with this.
We don't have enough time.
I know.
You don't have enough hours in film to get Fred's story.
When are you coming to America again? After this?
Maybe in October, I'm looking.
Okay, we're gonna do another podcast in October. What I want to know before, because he's hungry and he's doing this. So
look, I'm doing it for them.
Yeah,
people.
I just want to know, how long is it going to be until we start seeing MDS gyms pop up here in America? More like, when is it going to become as widespread as Krav Maga?
We are working on that. I just had a conversation with Fred. We're going to work on more a seminar base so that he can be actually in more schools and gyms, and then we're going to be working on a program to help develop more MDS gyms. COVID kind of set us back. We were on track for it. But now we've actually got a belt system that we're working on. We're getting that developed. We're actually doing a level 2 for our instructors here. We're moving them through the ranks. We're actually now getting a full complement of instructors, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're working on that. You're probably going to see, in the next 4 years, you're going to start seeing a lot more schools pop up. So this is the beginning of a journey. Like, our goal is to, I don't want to be karate or BJJ, but Krav Maga, I can get close to Krav Maga. We can pull that off because we're so close. We marry perfectly with it that level, like self-defense side, I think this is something that needed to be done. And with the website that we've been working on, yeah, it's actually taking place.
And also we need time because self-defense is not martial arts. It's difficult to create the program, the curriculum, because we don't have curriculum. We don't need curriculum in the street, and this is why I don't create before, because it's more tactical, it's more the principle, it's more how to avoid the fight, and after we have some move if we have this kind of situation, this kind of situation. This is why in self-defense it's difficult to create a curriculum because it became a martial art.
Yeah, you have to take the life and death out of it, to be honest, because in the street there is no ref, there is nobody that's going to save you. So if you do something stupid, you're going to pay for it. You're going to pay bad. So we have to be careful with what we teach and what we put out there so that we don't get ourselves in trouble.
When we train against punch, just to talk about against punch, if we have a good boxing guys, it's impossible to avoid. If I'm honest, I can show you many mystic moves, but a good boxing guys, you sleep.
Fast,
A good karate guys, karate. I have many guys, Carlos. I have many guys.
Can kick you, and as you're going down, he can kick you again and then bounce you back up. I've seen him hit somebody with 3 kicks in a matter of a second. And I'm like, that's impossible.
I'm talking about GCVD too. If you look the speed of his leg, it's just incredible. This is why I explain to my guys, don't go to this. You need to break the distance. But when you break the distance, it's close body. And now be careful about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu style and wrestling. I'm very afraid about the slam. I talk to the slam because I saw so many slam in my life when the people after they are in wheelchair. This is very important. The people don't understand this. We need to work boxing, not against boxing, but you need to know boxing to work how to defend against boxing guys. You need to work wrestling, how to defend. You need to work all the style to understand how I can help the people, not to fight against the wrestler, not to fight against the boxing guys. When is the last time the champion of boxing attacked people in the street? Never. The last UFC champion? Never. The champion don't attack the people in the street. It's only the bad guys. And yes, they have some knowledge now. 20 years ago, no. But now they have some knowledge. But what is the knowledge? Number one knowledge for the bad guys now in the street is boxing and MMA. It's not Krav Maga, it's not Silat, it's not Kali. This is why we need to adapt our style about this move. But the champion don't attack people in the street.
I hate to do this to you, but we actually got to call this because he's got people waiting for him at the restaurant.
All right, so that's all the time I have for Fred today. We will be back hopefully in October. We're going to talk more.
You're going to be at the seminar, so you get to film the seminar.
Yes, we're going to do some more discussions about how he's the bodyguard for Jean-Claude Van Damme. But thank you two gentlemen, for sitting down with me today. I appreciate you. If you enjoyed this podcast, like and subscribe, and please thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. Thanks very much, guys.
You're welcome.